Hello and welcome in the 51st Pan-European Conference on Digital Education. It's the end of the school year, and in the end of the school year, usually we harvest the results. Students harvest their results, teachers harvest their results, and we will harvest also today. We will harvest the growing green Erasmus K2 project, and I'm very happy to have this event here and the whole international team that worked on the results for two years, and we will see what they prepared for us today. Welcome everyone. My name is Blanca Tazer. I will be the moderator and the host of the today's conference. So let's see what's with us. First of all, we would like to thank you to the whole Erasmus program for supporting this project because without the financial support, we wouldn't be able to develop all the learning material and workshops with students. So thank you to the Growing Green project. The first presentation will be done by Desiree. So she will present the objectives and the whole outline of the project. And then we will go to Denmark with the presentation, The Growing Green Gamification, board game for schools. So it will be a board game that also you can use, but probably in the new school year, or if you still have some time with your students, you can even try the board game like now. Then the third presentation will be the Growing Green Entrepreneur, sharing the experience of fostering green mindsets in school with special needs. And fourth presentation will be about the teacher manual. So the project develops also the teacher manual, which you can use. Nere and Ander will be with us from Spain, and we will conclude with the presentation of everything that the team done with students. So the Growing Green Compendium of prototypes presenting work and students project. All the presentations are available in the Facebook group, Pan-European Conference on Digital Education. In addition, I will also provide the handbooks that this international team prepared, and I will upload them as well so you can use in your teaching practice. Of course, you are always welcome to present your own teaching case. If you would like to be our presenter, please go on our website, www.erasmuspluscourses.com, and apply for a conference as a presenter, because we will not stop with June, but we will have the Pan-European Conference also in July and in August as well. We are committed to the lifelong learning as you are. So this is the next conference, 25th of July. Please welcome to register as well. Okay, but now you would probably like to meet all the presenters who are already in the backstage. The first presenter is Desiree Scalia from CIAPE, Italy. Welcome, Desiree. Can you, for a start, just introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about yourself?
Hello, thank you, Blanca. Welcome to all participants. I'm Desiree. I'm from Italy, and I work as a project manager and trainer for an organization which is called CIAPE, and it is based in Rome. And we mainly work on transversal skills and innovative education practice. And my main interests are entrepreneurship and circular economy and youth empowerment.
Thank you very much. We go to Denmark from Italy. So Jolande, welcome. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, thank you very much, Blanca, and thanks to the audience to join. And I'm the head of Ed Consult, and my main areas are evaluations and also, project. I'm also involved in some projects, and I'm addicted to playful learning and and innovation.
That's why the board game, right? We hardly wait to see.
Exactly.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So then we have Malene. Sorry. Where is Malene? Here. Another co-worker from Denmark. Welcome. Can you
Thank you,
tell a
Blanca.
little bit about yourself? Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Blanca, and also welcome to the audience. I'm also from Denmark. I'm from a school with special needs. I've been working here for 15 years. I am the leader of the teaching staff. So for me, it's very interesting, this project, for being a part of how can we teach the students with special need about green economy. And this is my very big interest.
And obviously you succeeded. Yes, so great.
Hopefully.
Great work. And now we have two presenters here, Nere and Ander. Welcome. Can you also tell us a little bit about yourself?
Thank you. Welcome. As you say, we are Nere and Ander. We both are teachers on vocational training in the Basque Country, and we both teach on entrepreneurial subjects.
Yes, thank you. How about Nere? You just told for your both, but I would also like to hear Nere to add something.
Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us today in the afternoon. And as Ander told you, and I am Nere, I am also entrepreneurship teacher here in Salesianos Urnieta, and that is, and also we are managers of innovation projects here. We collaborate a lot with different companies of our community.
Good to hear. And the next presenter, Vanessa from Italy, you will present us students' work. So can you tell us a little bit about yourself first?
Okay, good afternoon to everyone, and thanks, Blanca. So I'm English teacher and responsible for the Erasmus project at the Liceo Statale Marie Curie, which is basically it's a lyceum in Italy.
Thank you very much. So now we go to presentations. In the meanwhile, I would just like to invite you to ask questions. If you want to ask a question, just put the question into the chat, and I will ask the presenter after the presentation to answer you the question. Now, I would just like to show you a little bit, if you would like to have subtitles, how to turn it on. For this, you have to be on YouTube. That's it. If you are watching this event on YouTube, you can add auto-translated subtitles to the video by using the following steps. I will turn now this on. In the bottom right corner here, turn on the closed captions by clicking or tapping on the CC button. You will see the automatically generated closed captions in English. Then go into Settings and click or tap on Auto Translate. You will see here Auto Translate. Choose your language. I will, for instance, choose Danish, and you are ready to go. Okay, here we are. Desiree, Scalia, welcome once again. So your presentation will be the first one. Desiree will introduce us the whole project, Growing Green. So let's see your presentation. Where do I have it? Will you upload it? Okay, it's here.
Okay, thank you, Blanca. So as Blanca anticipated, I will present Growing Green project the target group, the objective of the project, the key achievement we have, and very few information about the different products that we have created, because of course my colleagues will go into details after. And finally, why our product can be used by other schools or even educational policy maker in the future. So let's start. Growing Green, it's a project that aims at enhancing awareness raising about circular economy and developing among students from VIT school, but also from other school, green and entrepreneurial skill. It is a project that lasted 30 months, so we started in March 2 years ago, and we will finish in July. And it was implemented by 9 partners coming from 4 different countries. So basically we have in the partnership some school, different one, and some entrepreneurial provider. And we develop 4 different product results, which are very relevant for other schools. The 4 results are the Growing Green teacher manual, the Growing Green game, the Compendium of project, and the Growing Green framework. Now I will go little by little to explain them, but my colleagues in the following presentation, they will give you more details. And apart from that, we have first developed this product, and then we have been testing them in different schools. So in the 4 schools involved in the partnership. So far, we have involved more than 200 students, 12 teachers in the piloting phase, and other 50 teachers were involved in the trainer section, and then companies. And the pilot methodology was involving all this target group. First of all, we have involved companies, either as a testimonial or as speaker. So basically, companies were coming to classes, and they were inspiring young people and students with their green business or entrepreneurial case. And based on that, students could get some insight. And this insight were used at the end to develop the compendium of project that they have created. The second phase of the pilot was the pilot of the manual and of the game. So basically, the game and the manual are a suitable instrument to transfer student green entrepreneurial skills. And after that, the students were involved in the design of their own project, so their own entrepreneurial project. And finally, those projects are included in the compendium. So this was the overall process, and the pilot lasted from November to March. So the different schools had several classes in order to train students to reach their final result. And here you have some picture about the piloting. As you can see, the piloting consisted of frontal classes, testing the game, and creating the compendium. And the methodology is design thinking inspired, and also Lego serious play inspired. And now some details about the product. So the first product that we have created and tested is the manual. The manual is a teacher manual, and it aims at teaching green entrepreneurship in VIT school. And it is composed of 5 modules. And for each module, you can find theory and in-class activities. Then we have the Growing Green game, which is a game aiming at creating green businesses. So it's a game that stimulates knowledge sharing, reflection, and business creation. And the game is made up of a game board plus 3 kind of cards, different cards, and Lego bricks. And then we have the Growing Green framework, which is the new competence framework that we have created for green entrepreneurship in Europe. The framework is a very complete document, including the evaluation of the piloting session, the Growing Green competency matrix, which is a new matrix that we have created mixing green comp and entre comp, and it was built based on the most changing skill during our pilot. And then we have some guidelines for other school to help other school using our approach. So basically you can find some lesson plan and also 10 general tips which can help you to introduce our methodology and product in your schools. And then we have the compendium. The compendium include the fresh green business idea developed by students. So basically, the compendium present all the pilot result, which consist of new business created by the student in the 4 different schools. And it is a quite complete document and present both the idea, the teams, and the Canva business model of the different business ideas. And my colleagues will go, of course, more in details into those products and how they were shaped. But what is important at first is to explain why those products can be relevant for other schools. For example, the framework it's addressed to schools, but also to policymakers which shape education policy in Europe. Why? Because with the framework, you can both get inspired and introduce our approach into your teaching session. But with the matrix, for example, you can also design training program to foster green and entrepreneurial skill within school. The manual, the game, and the compendium can be used by other teachers, and they are, of course, available for free. And teacher can get inspired and can use them to implement their in-class activities in courses about entrepreneurship, product development, circular economy, and similar topics. And the training methodology, of course, can be also applied to other target group, but what is important is that it can be also applied in class activities with students with special need. And Malena will go into this later on. And finally, of course, we have collected many testimonials, videos, and pictures about how to use our approach. We have also some insight from the students, and you can find all those videos in our Instagram page. You have stories in evidence for each country. And through this, you can have a look at the videos, at the product and the pilot session in the different countries. That's all on my side.
Oh, wow, thank you very much. It looks very promising. I mean, the whole thing, the first fact that you included all the different partnerships in, that you combined companies with schools, that's one thing, and so many materials that are available for teachers to use. We also have one question for you, Desiree. So Nico is interested. How can implementing a green framework in secondary schools contribute to environmental sustainability and improve students' awareness of ecological issues? So why do we need a framework, or how can we use it in order to improve?
Yeah, so basically in our framework, if you go into this document, which is called the framework, you will have a matrix, and the matrix include the different skills about environmental knowledge and background. So basically, if you look at the matrix, you can select which skill you would like to foster, and through the manual and through the activities that you can find in the same document, you can select those one that help you to transfer environmental and green skill to students. In our manual, for example, there are some chapters that are dedicated to green skills and environmental knowledge. And in this part of the manual, there are some activities which are very useful to raise awareness.
And the framework also reminds us what to cover, so that we approach holistically, and then you also provide examples. Very good. Thank you, Desiree. Now I inviting Jolande to present us the board game that you developed during the project. So yeah, welcome, Jolande, once again. The floor is yours, and here is the presentation.
Yeah. Thank you very much. And then I told you I'm addicted to play. That's why I had the lead role in that result, but we all work together as a team. And here's some more information on what we do at Consult at the Learning Farm, what we've been doing in the last 10 years about. The game, it's result 2 in our project, and the original idea was just to produce some deck of cards with challenges and with questions, and so that was the information we produced. But we developed actually many more cards, also a business canvas and also a board. And everything printable, scalable, and can be used in a lot of situations at the vocational education schools and also in other schools. So the concepts to be integrated were, of course, the sustainability concept, the sustainability goals, the European Green Deal approaches, also design thinking to build green businesses. And all these ideas here and background frameworks, they are described, and there are exercises in result 1 as well. And they are also practiced in result 3 and 4. So everything in our project is connected. The idea, the objective of the total game is to develop green entrepreneurial mindsets and growing better, bolder green enterprises. Of course, starting it up, and we have different level of students across Europe. So we made that scalable. So we produced one card to be used in that idea to develop businesses. You probably all know the business model canvas, and we added green circular components. And well, after a lot of ideation in our team, and also we always integrate students, Erasmus Plus interns and students from Europe, and did a lot of benchmarking and testing and playing, also peer reviewing. We co-created at the end this game, and you see the board game. It's an infinitive loop, and 3 sets of cards, and also this we add, of course, some Lego to develop some business ideas, also some figures, and then we also take notes, and we also have equipment to write, because it's a learning process, and we pack it all in our playback. And there are some rules, but we don't like too many rules, so they're very short, but there will be added some more ideas, and there are some more ideas how to play the game. You find them also in several results. And most elements can be downloaded from our website and can be printed, of course, apart from the Lego bricks and figures and sticky notes and so on. So if you go to our website, you can download all the elements ready to print. So they were made by a professional printer. And yes, this infinity symbol, it's a very simple model for the game, and it never ends. You can play it just for 20 minutes, or you can continue. We have enough card to fill a whole project, or to fill a day, or to fill just 20 minutes or a school lesson. And then we have knowledge action cards with lots of quizzes. We have emergency cards where you only have pictures. So you see some emergencies where there are droughts, where there is flooding, where there is plastic pollution. And so they're used actually for discussion, and can be used at all levels with all students, with all kinds of students. Yeah, and then we have the circularity, the creativity cards with questions which relate to many of the areas in the canvas, and where students can also use Lego bricks to build their ideas, because often if you just have to write things down, your brain does block you. But if you let your hands guide you with some bricks, for example, then it's easier to get really new ideas and build them in 3D. And we add a little bag of bricks. They're actually enough to do that. But you could also add a bigger box, or just have gather any kinds of Lego bricks. So you can be creative with that. It doesn't have to cost much money. You could even buy them second-hand circular. Okay. Examples of questions and tasks. These green cards, here are some simple questions, and there are 4 possible answers, but the aim of this game is to foster informed discourse and discussion. So there is not really a right or wrong answer. So the leader in the team, or the co-facilitator in the game team, can be the teacher or another student. They decide whether the answer is correct, and reward the students with points. So the students are also encouraged always to ask the teachers, to ask experts, to ask artificial intelligence, or to do online research. So we want to have the game inclusive and scalable, and with different levels of difficulty. If you have, for example, a group of students in an inclusion class, you can take just some cards out, which are manageable. And if you have high-level students, you take the difficult cards out. So it's quite easy to handle. So here are some examples of questions and tasks with the red cards. And we have some instruction for each of the disaster. The students and the team should discuss, is that climate related? Why? And what are the consequences for the future of the students? What can we do to mitigate these disasters? And then they should also reflect what happens in your own region, in your own country. And these cards are actually very popular. So because the issues can be discussed, research, solutions can be found, and the topics can be integrated in many lesson plans. So not only in science classes, also in language classes. We even have some questions and some situations from the countries involved. So you can actually add up and do your own cards if you like to. And then we have these orange cards, and many of them relate to value creation, resources and activities, or customer relationships, as we have them on the green card, on the green big canvas card. And here we ask the students to build little models. And well, we have had quite good experience with that. Also key partners, but there are also general knowledge questions related to starting up a company. The cards are most appropriate for older vet students. Used together with a canvas card and Lego bricks to design circular, resilient enterprises. And then, yes. So using the green business model canvas and Lego serious play methodologies to build a green business in groups of 3 to 4. You should start with the brainstorming to find a business idea. So you can do that separately, apart from the board game. You then build a green value proposition and then continue with the other aspects. And if you use Lego serious play as an approach, some of us have had a long training, but you get actually as a teacher a simple instruction from one of my favorite professors working with serious play, with just getting the link here, either through the link or through the QR code. And that's free of charge and very easy to use. And then what is Lego Serious Play? It's a hands-on experimental process enhanced to enhance innovation and businesses and building bolder businesses, and using Lego bricks to build business and brand models, identities, strategies, future scenarios, and so on. And also for supporting teams to solve challenges and get new perspectives to solve problems. Okay. And then some examples, and I've only got the Danish examples where we played, and it's students who've never actually used this Lego and this approach, and they were actually very quick to find out. So many of them have some learning problems like dyslexia or so, and some other problems, but they were so quick to find out they were as good as top managers in top businesses. And they made their own figures, so that's also encouraging to adapt the game to make own figure, to make it more fun. And here you have some students. We used also the big bricks. They're also very good to actually develop a future farm, circular, everything thought through circular. So we have also some working with energy solutions on both sides here, and some teams of students also working with circular and sustainable transport, and they explained and told the story, and it was really fantastic. And of course you find many other examples on our website, but also in order for in results, especially in the last results with a lot of case studies where the students used the play, started with the play and went through also constructing their enterprises. And here to sum up about the power of play. So play is really a very powerful tool in vocational education and training and provides many benefits for learners, but also for the trainers. So students expand their comfort zones and are very eager to try new things without fear of failure. And this boosts self-assurance and reduces anxiety. It also sparks creative thinking and divergent problem-solving skills. Also, the learners engage in inquiry, experimentation, generation of new ideas. It facilitates the development of important social skills to cooperate with each other, and collaborative play allows learners to navigate working with peers, practice negotiation, and build relationships in their teams. And then play cultivates in general the social competences that support effective communication, and it gives us informed students at the end. And this is a pleasure. If you introduce that bit for bit into your training, you can do the training in 10 minutes, use an hour, use a day, use a project week. And the Core Green game and play activities also develop STEAM skills, science, technology, engineering, the arts, and mathematics, and contribute really to develop these entrepreneurial mindsets, which is our global aim. Thank you. That's it. And yeah, and so that's actually my sheep. I'm also addicted to sheep. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Very promising. Also, I have one question. It looks marvelous, especially this infinite sign. That is a symbol, but also a practical solution for your game, which can be infinite. One thing that I was wondering is about, all those terminology like circularity, sustainability, stuff like that. I think they can be quite abstract to students. So how do you explain those words to students?
Well, actually, the circularity that is explained also in infinitive, and we explained it already in the we have in recite 1 in our teacher's handbook. We explain many of these frameworks and background information, and they all know that reusing things, thinking from the beginning that things should not be thrown away, but should be again and again recycled. That's included actually in the game process and also in the question.
So they comprehend this from the game. Very good. Then Maria would like to know if there is an opportunity to see the written explanations of the game. Do you have them on the website?
It's also on the website. You find the a handout with how the game works and so on. And so we will do as a final add-on also the explanation of the power of play, which is very important to have the background pedagogy behind the gaming, and based on actually the results in number 4 with all the projects which were carried out in Europe. We will also describe some more possibilities to apply the game and use the game. And this will also be on the website, and we'll share everything.
Yeah, great. One question is also from Ahmed. So, how is your experience? Is this game that you developed really like fun and motivated for students? So, just few experience, if you can share with us.
It's a lot of fun and lots of motivation, and we have the feedback from all the partners who did a lot of piloting with that with the students, and so of course you have to make it motivating. You shouldn't be so strict and say, oh, only this is right, but discuss and have fun and use also the bricks. The students love to get to the bricks, and so that's an additional fun moment. And but it's also learning. It's actually deep learning. It's very effective learning. Yeah.
Thank you very much for your inspiration, Jolande. Now we move to another institution, but still we stay in Denmark. So Malene, welcome once again. You will share your experience of working with students with special needs with green topics, right? With all the topics that we mentioned, you applied on special needs students. So yeah, please share your experience with us.
Yes, thank you. As you mentioned, I will tell you about fostering the green mindset in a school with special needs. I will tell you a little bit about our school, how we use the growing green to develop the green mindset in our teaching, and then I will tell you a little bit about how we work together with different companies, and then I will tell you how the experience has been for our students and us as teachers to be a part of the growing green. So I will start with telling you about our school. The name is Erhvervsskolen Vestjylland. We are a social economic enterprise. We work with education, employment, and housing for exposed and vulnerable people. That means that we have the education as a focus, and we have training the students to get a job as a focus, but also our students has the possibility to live with us so that we can train them in living. We have more than 50 students and trainees, and we work together with between 15 and 20 municipalities and more than 50 companies. Our partnerships is with the focus on job creation and sustainability and labor. Now, our main goal is to contribute to that so many people as possible become a part of society and gain a foothold in their own life. So we want to make the students a main player in their life. When you're young and have problems, then many people decide for you what you need to do, where you need to work, with what you need to work. But we want to make the students more aware about their own life, and we want that they are aware of what they like to do and for what they are good, so that they also feel that they can contribute to the society in Denmark. Now, the way that we teach and what we believe is that everybody has a talent. We try to help the students find the talent and use it, so that everybody has something that they are good at. Maybe you have dyslexia or diagnosis or cognitive challenge or social problems, but everybody has something that they are good at. So the main goal is to find out what is your talent. So this is what we make with the students. Now with this growing green, what we have in focus is that we clarify the task with the students, And then we need to find a creative process, how we can teach the students. We use Lego, we use the Growing Green game, we use Kahoot, we use the UN global goals, and we visit companies. We make many different things, and our focus is learning by doing. Now, one of my students told me one day, if I hear about something or if I need to read about something, I forget. But if I make something, then I remember. So this is the philosophy. We try to teach the students with the hands, learning by doing, and we want to develop a creative mindset, and we do this practical, so that our teaching is in our workshops. We have different workshops that works with different things. We have a kitchen where the students learn how to cook, and we have a farm where the students learn how to take care of the animals. We have a shop where the students are selling things that they're making in the kitchen, and also we have a workshop where they work with wood and iron, and the things that they make there go to our shop, so that the students are part of selling this. So what we do is we try all to be learning by doing, so that when a student is in agriculture and need to learn about cows, they're out with the cows, working with them, so that they can learn how to feed the cow by feeding a cow. And if they need to learn about cooking, then they're making the food. So all our teaching is practical, and for this, the Growing Green game is very good, because with the photos, our students, they cannot read the cards. We read the cards for them, but they see the photos and they can come with the solutions to problems, and when they are building with the Lego, then they have it in their hands. So as Jolande was talking about before, showing the photos about building farms, this was our students that built these farms from the Growing Green game, because they wanted to develop a sustainable farm. So learning by doing is very important for us. Now I will tell you a little bit about the example of assignments we have. As I told you before, we work with more than 50 companies, and we have a big focus in recycle and what we can do together with the companies for recycling their material. For example, we work with a company that are making working clothes, and sometimes they get clothes back, and then we get these clothes. Maybe they have a hole, maybe it's missing a button or something like that. Then we fix this so that it can be used again, can be sold and used again. Right now, in the recycling with clothes, we are making caps, caps for the head. And it's made in jeans, and inside is pink. And this is because we want to use them as a symbol of breast cancer. So these caps are made together with the students. They are making these, and then we will sell these caps, and then the money that we make for this is we will give to breast cancer. So that this is also a way for the students to learn about recycling the clothes, but also about other big topics in our world. I told you before about building sustainable farms using Lego, and we also have a circular process where we reuse wood. This is where we get old pallets in our workshop, and these old pallets we divide and make the wood clean and nice again, and then we sell them as shelves, and they are being sold in our shop. Now, when we are building these shelves, the students are learning how to calculate using a saw and welding, and also they're using learning about the circularity, like Jolande was talking about. Also for our farm, we use mash from beer. We have a local brewery where we go every second week, and then we get some mash from there, and then we feed the cows with this. So this is a few examples about how we work together with different companies for reusing their waste products. And when we do this with our students, then they have it in their hands, and then they remember, and then they are learning about the circular process. So yeah. I have one more thing before I say thank you for listening and any questions. Also, I want to tell you a little bit about being a part of the Growing Green project as a school for students with special needs. When we're a part of this, our students were telling ideas about how to make a game. And then Jolande and of course in the group started to create this game. And then the next step was about the questions. How could you make questions for the game? Then also our students came with questions. And then when Jolande came and the students were playing the game, they were so proud to be a part of this project, because now they could see that they had some ideas, and their ideas was so good that they could use it in a game. So for us, this has been a very great experience. Also for us to have a higher focus on the green mindset in teaching. Normally we have a focus on green mindset, but in this project we've been taking it step by step, and now is better structure, and we can see with the questionnaires that the students answered when we started the project and when we finished the project, that they learned something, and they became much more aware of about this green mindset. So this has been very interesting. So I think that's it. Thank you very much.
It's really marvelous, and I really like how you show, now we saw special needs students, later we will see vet institutions, and how can you put everything together. It's really nice. We have one question in the comments. So you already mentioned, Malene, step-by-step approach. Here is one question. So by which steps we can give the positive message about the future of our student? So as I interpret this question, it would be where to start, maybe. Where to start? So you just go in and start, or how do you do?
Yeah, that's a good question. The way that we started it, we actually started with the EU goals. That we started to talk about what does the EU goals mean, and then we the teachers picked out some EU goals that were very practical. For example, they took the EU goal about taking care of the environment. I don't know the exact words in English, but taking care of the environment and not throwing waste. They were teaching the students about this, and then we were showing photos about ducks in the lakes where was a lot of plastic and turtles and stuff like that. And afterwards we went to our own nature, and then we spent 1 hour gathering plastic, and we took on gloves, and then we gathered plastic, and we made a concurrence about this. So it was a competition who could gather the most plastic in 1 hour, and then we came back to class, and everybody was proud. And I have one photo of one student that he told me afterwards. He has a big bag of plastic, and he said, "I just want that the animals is well in Denmark." So if I should say something, how to start, then it's just to start very basic. Now, of course, I don't know the level for the students, but for us, it's very important to start in the basics and with something that they know. So this is why it was easy for us to take the EU goal about taking care of the environment. This was one step. Other step we were talking about was this about everybody has the right for education. And also this is a strong subject for our students because they know that their education is a little special, but they are so proud that they have the possibility to get an education. So my experience is that the more practical you can make it, it's the more easy you can catch the students and the more fun. And also, you don't have to be scared that the level is too low because it's easy to put more and more and more. It's more difficult if you start too high because then you lose the students.
I think that each teacher should hear this last sentence that you just said. But the examples of practical activities that you gave us, they are appropriate also, I don't know, for kindergarten students or for high school students for different levels. So they are very good indeed. Yeah, thank you very much. Really a nice combination. And I think you really met students where they are. And that's important.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so let's see now a little bit more how to implement all the ideas. Therefore, I'm inviting Ander and Nere to present us teacher manuals. So the handbook, the recipe book, how can we do that? Welcome on the stage.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah. I just have to find, here you are, the presentation.
We are ready, okay. Today, we will share how we integrated the teacher's manual into our pilot phase, focusing on methodology, outcomes, and lessons learned.
Hello everyone, we are Ander Loyarte and Nere Mendizabal from Salesianos, Urnieta, Orientation and Entrepreneurship teachers. Our school specializes in electricity, electronics, graphic design, and printing, with both BEd and higher BEd degrees.
So, we have piloted two approaches for the implementation. In the higher BEd, we generated an extracurricular entrepreneurship program, and in the other BEd programs, we introduced the activities and objectives of the Growing Green project into entrepreneurship lessons.
First of all, we designed an extracurricular entrepreneurship program for higher BEd students, consisting of 5 sessions that include activities from the teacher manual. The aim of this program was to identify circular green entrepreneurial ideas to be published in the Compendium.
First, we began the program with the first session focused on awareness with the company. For this, we collaborate with Goyener, a company known for its commitment to renewable energy and community entrepreneurship, and Plastigau, which provided examples and challenges related to the circular economy.
After the initial session, we proceed with the teacher manual activities. We began with an exploration of the TRECON framework and sustainability concept. Then students develop ideas with later prototype using Legos. Finally, the students prepare an elevator pitch and compile their work in the Compendium.
The pilot approach for VET students was conducted during regular curricular entrepreneurship hours. We decided to embark on a long-term project in collaboration with other technical teachers. The goal was to create and prototype a circular green business idea related to electrical and electronic skills.
We visited Irizar, where they briefed us on the social economy in the industry and the trend towards electric buses.
After that, we prototyped the teacher's manual through activities. always with the goal that by February, the students will need to develop a business model, compile the compendium, and prototype their idea. We work with the teacher's manual to enrich our curriculum in entrepreneurship.
Once the students create their prototypes, elevator pitches, and business models, they present their ideas in an entrepreneurship fair. This event, organized annually in our region by ICAS Empresa program, provides a valuable platform for showcasing their work.
We have selected 3 business ideas to present to you: a portable fan, an Arduino-driven greenhouse, and an innovative public space experience. Each project showcases the integration of environmental sustainability, emphasizing the importance of green skills in entrepreneurship. Now, Blanca, can you play the video, please?
Yep, just a second. I'm here.
Solar-powered, Arduino-driven automatic greenhouse integrates smart technology and recyclable materials to optimize crop growth efficiently and eco-consciously. The project entails a portable, durable, and sustainable solar-powered fan, epitomizing renewable energy and circular economy principles. Empowering public spaces with innovative solar-powered tables, enhancing connectivity and sustainability.
So to sum up, we are going to share our learnings introducing the teacher's manual in our pilot. First, the manual and the perspective on sustainability and green concepts have enriched our module itself.
The second one is that when conducting an extracurricular program with students, the skills are covered with limited depth. However, when working within the curriculum and focusing on long-term objectives, students gain a broader range of skills.
3. Lego was extremely useful for prototyping and for fostering discussion and creativity among students and team.
And the last one, collaborating with companies on awareness and sharing real challenges worked very well. Both the students and teachers appreciated the company's involvement.
So thank you very much for hearing us. And if you want, you can contact us by email.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for this rich experience. Do you work as a team?
Yes.
Yeah, because it was so evident from your presentation how you were balanced. It was, a very good example of co-teaching also, not just the topic, but also of your approach, how you teach together, actually. And how was this experience of teaching together? Is this something that is common in your school, or is this something new?
Yes, we have 7 years of experience doing co-working together and teaching both of them. So it wasn't new for us.
Yeah, very nice. So here is a question. Where can they get experience and knowledge about solar power? So the example that you showed us.
We are not an expert on solar power. We teach entrepreneurial skills, but we work in collaboration with experts. The technical teachers help us on that technical issues. So we combine all the knowledges, the one of the technical teachers and our knowledges. So we try to run business ideas with this green concept.
But that is also a very good advice. So actually a commercial for co-teaching. So you didn't know the knowledge, then you just invite technical teachers to participate. And this model of teaching actually supports this way of work. So very nice, yeah. Okay, and now we have the last presentation. So from Italy, Vanessa. Hello, here
Hello,
you
good
are.
afternoon to everyone again. So first off, thanks again, Blanca, and the entire organization for giving us the chance to be here today and
Yes, so
share.
now we will hear about the prototypes
Yes,
of all the work
um,
that you've collected with students. Yes, so you
exactly.
actually developed compendiums. Yeah.
Yeah. Before, I'd like to start with the premise, okay, if it's possible, because basically, before starting any kind of activity, teachers had to train themselves, because actually we weren't really into all the topics, developed throughout the project. And only after being trained, basically, my colleagues and I had to could guide students towards the acquisition of green business competencies, obviously based on the Entrecomp and GreenComp guidelines. And basically, at the end of this training process, which was both for students and teachers, students were finally asked to develop green business ideas and the prototypes, of course. One more thing, basically, we are not a vet school, we are not a professional school. And I think that the hardest part for us was given by the fact that basically we are a Lyceum, so kind of a grammar school. And so when it comes to talk about dual system, because basically this kind of, no, basically it's when we talk about job experiences, we really have some difficulties compared, for example, to vocational or catering schools, because of course they're more used to get into practical activities. And even schools, the vocational schools are more, how can I say, linked to the local businesses, the business world. Let's say our students are basically more used to study on books sometimes. But so I think the project was represented really a great opportunity, a great chance, to let them into the world of business, and specifically green business.
Thank you for sharing also this insight, because it's very important that teachers,
Most important,
so
yeah.
our participants who are from high schools, so the
Exactly.
teachers in high schools, if they will implement this, they know what will wait for them, so that they need to be mindful about, that maybe in high school is a little bit different.
Yeah. Basically the Erasmus really represents a great chance, to open up to the dual system experiences. So in Italy, actually, it's a couple of years now, maybe 10 years, that we need to, even lyceums that have to. There's a law, we call them PCTO, but anyway, this is another story. By the way, Erasmus is really helpful. So if you want to, we can start with the presentation.
Yes, it's here.
Okay, so we can start maybe from a short video, which summing up all the activities we went through.
Just a second.
Yeah. Okay, you can scroll down. Now let's go. Okay, this is basically the steps we took towards the 3 compendiums we carried out. So basically, as I was saying, we started from lessons to teachers, basically teachers training. And after that, we started with curricular lessons. And this is I think it's a good idea, because basically GreenCom and EntryCom competencies were acquired during the science lessons, English lessons. We also matched basically with CLIL. We offered CLIL lessons in English linked to the theme of sustainability, and this, this was the first step toward, the acquisition of even a vocabulary, okay, a kind of knowledge also, of course, in order to be able to also to play the game that Jolande presented, presented before. The second part of the third step, this third part was to find partners. And as I was saying, maybe it was not that hard, but not even that easy. By the way, we found a nursery garden. We were in Italy, so finding a pizza shop was very easy. And we also found a tornery industry, which it's quite a big one, okay. And obviously we started doing meetings with them, and basically after that, after meeting the businesses, and after trying to find solutions, green solutions to their business, we started prototyping. What does it mean? Basically, students began to creating through Lego bricks. And I think for them, this was the funnest part of the project, because basically, let's say they're not used to playing in a classroom, but through Lego, the cooperative learning and creativity really were highly stimulating. They were learning without knowing it, they just thought that they were having fun, but at the same time they were really learning, and also they were stimulating their creativity. And indeed, the fourth step was basically that they began to put together, different ideas about how to improve the businesses we were matched. But of course, how to improve them from the point of view of a greener and more sustainable approach. And I think this was the hardest part, because, but at the same time, the more engaging. And at the beginning, students came up with really great ideas, but very, very expensive. So, we had to. What did we decide to do? We told them to. We involved them in a debate. So in English, we open up a debate, and they had to present their business ideas, offering also a concrete budget. And of course, at the end, the best 3 ideas were voted. The most possible one, the most feasible ones were voted. And of course, the final historical was available. So we can go now. If you show the first compendium, okay. I don't know if I need, maybe, or if it's okay, because they are quite long. Maybe we may start from the second one, the tornery. There's also not, so maybe also the other one, the one I followed, because we were 3 teachers. I followed the one with the pizzeria, and my colleague Elena, who's following us from as a viewer.
You mean this one? Is this the second one?
The one with the because we also used 3D printer for wood. So yes, this one. Yes, it's this one. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if you can scroll down, so these were the contents. Okay, the prototype was, the compendium was given us by the is a format, okay, that all of us, all the departments use them. So the team, so it was these are the names of the students who took part in it, and this is nice. They are now, these students are doing the final state exams this year, and they're presenting this project to the external teachers who are evaluating them. Okay, it's a dual system project. So it's a, there's also a kind of dissemination, Okay, the mentors, okay, the pizza shop, okay, you can scroll down. The idea, okay, this was the summary of the project. Here, what did they decide? After a couple of meetings with the owners, students decide to make a wooden brochure made with three QR codes. So they printed a QR code on small recycled wooden pieces. Okay. Okay, you can go now to scroll down. Yeah. Okay, the problem, and what was the why was it greener? Because of course this choice eliminated the waste of paper brochures. Okay, they replaced the paper brochures, and so while maintaining the promotional purpose of the QR code. Came out. Okay, which ideas? Okay, here there are several ideas that came out. But for example, they already had the business already had an Instagram page. So some students proposed to go digital, but they already were. And so the QR code was voted as the most appreciated idea. Okay, this was I'm talking about. And of course, since we have a 3D wood printer in our school, we exploited it. And so students, to say, some of them also learned to use it because they weren't used to. So it was kind of extracurricular, but also interdisciplinary project. The roadmap. Okay, these are the several steps. Can you see we took some pictures here? My students, are playing with the game Jolande spoke about a couple of minutes ago. Yeah, you can scroll down. In here, for example, students are being explained about the green comp and entry comp. So we follow the manual we were given. And yes. Oh, this is the owner of the pizza shop. Yes. Okay. These are the resources we used.
And yeah, these are all the examples that you were able to develop them with the materials that were developed during the projects, right?
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
We use both the guidelines, the Compendium itself. Well, okay. One last thing, I would like to conclude my presentation basically by saying that in this kind of projects, okay, what really matters is not really the final result, because our students are not professionals yet. So, but what is really important is they start to step into the world of business. And what really matters is the process. The process of planning, building, testing, also sharing ideas, which is how real learning should happen. Basically, we promoted, we already talked about it. We promoted learning by doing, because we really spur students, to develop teamwork, communication skills, basically to put theory into practice. And this picture is very nice. Can you see it? It's very, they're very,
the students are very happy, I see. Thank you very much for. Yes, I thank you for this experience, and you couldn't say more. Yeah, it's important. The process is important, not the end result. I think that you were able to develop the whole growth mindset of students with games and activities like that. One question is here in the comments. So are all your teachers in your schools involved in the project?
Well, not all teachers. Of course, we involve you. We are me. I'm an English teacher. Then I have Mrs. Elena Bellachioma. She's a science teacher and specializes in sustainability and green disciplines, and we also had another science teacher, and we worked together, but we involved the colleagues we work together in the classes we teach. For example, we chose two classes, and all the teachers in that class more or less were involved in the process. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you very much. So this project really, the harvest was very rich this time, I think. So I would like to thank to all the presenters, not just for sharing the results, but also to address those important topics and working on those topics with students with such a playful and experiential way. There is a link if you want to get a certificate of attendance as a participant. There is a link in the video description down below, or you can scroll through the comments and you can get the form will a request from you, your name, your surname, and your email address. You type all those data in, and then the certificate will come to your inbox. Please check spam or commercials folders if it got lost. We would be very grateful also for your feedback. So in the comments, you can also find the evaluation link and give us a feedback about the conference and also your wishes for the future events. Speaking about the future events, we will be here in 1 month. So if you will be somewhere in the beach, don't hesitate to pop in and connect, because also next month we will present some inspiring teaching practice. But for today, we are in the end. Thank you very much and see you next time. Happy summer.